Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on HD Pocket. Today I want to show you a new deck that I've made. I've been using it during the Emblem event. It's working really well so far. It is a Pidgeot EX and an Exeggutor EX combo. They work really well off each other. Let's break down the deck and see what it's all about. So starting things off, let's go over the deck profile. So I obviously run 2 Execute and 2 Exeggutor. This is kind of what you want to see in your opening hand because it's so easy to set up. An Exeggutor EX is just an absolute tank. It's got 160 HP, 1 energy for a potential 80 damage every single turn is really good. And the whole idea of this deck is you want to get Exeggutor out super quick, and then in the back you can just build your Pidgeot up and then just come in with Pidgeot EX, and then you can just destroy the rest of what your opponent has in front of them, because Exeggutor is supposed to do that chip damage, and then you're basically doing like up to 140 damage every single turn with Pidgeot. So it basically one-shots a lot of the things in the meta right now, barring Mewtwo, but obviously, hopefully Exeggutor's done a bit of the damage to the Mewtwo, or you just use Giovanni to knock out that Mewtwo. But yeah, I run 2 Execute, 2 Exeggutor, and then I run 2 Pidgey, 2 Pidgeotto. I also run a Chatot as well. This was an X speed, but I was just drawing X speed constantly. I didn't know if I was just getting really unlucky with RNG, but I put Chatot in this deck, and it definitely benefited it a lot. Being able to kind of lose your hand at the start and then draw what cards your opponent has, it saved me a lot, because I just started off with like a Pidgey and a Pidgeot and then like a couple of X speeds or whatever, and then I Chatot, I get rid of that hand, and then that gets me like an Execute or an Exeggutor. Obviously you have to know when to play it, because if you have certain cards that you need, and maybe you have a Professor's Research, maybe it's smart to play that. But this is definitely a really useful card. I definitely think it's slept on a lot in the current meta. You could also run a Meowth as well, because obviously it's colorless energy. Meowth works really well in this deck as well. Meowth lets you draw a card every turn, so it still gets you a new card. But I think the Chatot, if your opening hand is that bad, Chatot is just very useful to just kind of get rid of it and then bring in a new hand. And obviously if your opponent has like 5 cards, then even better, because in a lot of cases you'll have like 3, you'll play your Chatot and then you'll give it an energy, use an attack, and then you basically draw 3 for free. So I really like the Chatot card, but it could be Meowth, it could be an extra X speed, it's really however you want to play it. But yeah, 2 Pidgey, 2 Pidgeotto. Now I run 1 Pidgeot EX and also 1 regular Pidgeot. The main reason for this is because I only have 1 Pidgeot EX. I don't know if 2 Pidgeot EX would work better here, but I still think it works pretty well, because it does give you that free Sabrina on the back, which obviously is the ability of this Pidgeot, and it can do 70 damage. Again, it's not as good as Pidgeot EX, but if this is on your back row, you're not really needing it anyway. If Exeggutor's in the front, this is on your back row, you're kind of swapping things out, because Exeggutor can hit 80, and if they have like a Snivy on the back row that they're trying to like, I guess, beef up and evolve and stuff, you swap it in with Pidgeot, you get the heads on the Exeggutor, and that Snivy dies. But it is just very useful as well, just for getting rid of like Mewtwo's and stuff. But obviously Pidgeot EX is your main beater here. It does 80 damage with an extra 60 damage depending on how many cards your opponent has on their back row, 170 HP, so it can live a max damage attack from Mewtwo, even with a Giovanni, which is really useful in the current meta, because obviously a lot of people are running Mewtwo. And that's kind of the base of the deck in terms of basic Pokemon. Again, you want to get the Execute out as soon as possible, evolve it into Exeggutor, beef up your Pidgeot on the back row, and then obviously just sweep with the Pidgeot once the Exeggutor dies. I also run 1 X speed. You could turn this into a Leaf. I don't think it's necessary, because the only thing that you're really going to be swapping is potentially Pidgeot. If you draw into Pidgey first and you don't find Execute, and then you find Execute later on, you want to save the Pidgey, you bring it back. It's only a 1 cost, so I don't think Leaf is very necessary, because it would just stop you from using another trainer card like a potential Sabrina or a Giovanni or a Professor Oak or something like that. And the other thing is Exeggutor is a free cost, so this would still cost you an energy plus a Leaf. And you don't really need to be swapping Exeggutor around. Like, Exeggutor's main job is to stay in there, take the hits, do as much damage as possible whilst you build up your Pidgeot. So in my case, I don't think it's really that much needed. I think an X speed is fine just for the Pidgeot, in case you want to get rid of obviously the Pidgeot for an Exeggutor later on. Obviously run 2 Pokeballs, 2 Professor's Researchers. The Pokeflute, obviously a really good card in this deck. When this first was revealed, a lot of people thought it wasn't going to be that good, but paired with Pidgeot, what this does is basically just puts a basic Pokemon from your opponent's discard pile onto their bench. So if you knock out a Gardevoir, for example, you can bring a Ralts back. It won't bring the Gardevoir back. You can choose to bring the Ralts back onto onto the bench, so it's a low attacking mon. It's not really going to be doing much damage, and that adds an extra 20 damage to your Pidgeot's Scattering Cyclone. So that's why Pokeflute's really good. You could potentially run 2, but I think 1's enough, because a lot of people will be playing a lot of back row anyway, and before they know, like, a lot of people play 3 cards first hand if they can, and before they know it, they're going up against a Pidgeot deck. So I think 1 Pokeflute's fine. Obviously, 2 Professor's Research. I run 1 Erica as well for the Execute. This could be 2 if you really want to just get rid of like a Sabrina or maybe the X-Speed or something. It's just really useful if you're struggling to draw your Pidgeot or your Pidgeot or your Pidgeot, whatever, and Exeggutor's taking damage. It's just really, really useful to heal up that HP back on Exeggutor, especially if you're against the Mewtwo and they hit you with the 150 damaging attack. Using an Erica means that they have to use it again. They can't just use their first 50 attacking move. I can't remember the names of the moves, but that's why it's also very, very useful. So again, this has helped me out a lot. I don't know if 2 would be too many, but just 1 in general has been fine for me. And then I also run 1 Giovanni and 1 Sabrina. Again, I only run 1 Sabrina because obviously I have this Pidgeot as well. I don't think I need multiple Sabrinas. Maybe a Leaf works in this deck because I've only got 5 trainers. I think an X-Speed is fine because that's what its job is literally just to get Pidgeot out in case you can't draw the Execute. But yeah, honestly, this deck has been really, really good for me. It's a really, really fun, enjoyable deck. I'm really happy with it. Maybe it could take some alterations and stuff. Maybe you have some advice for the deck, but either way, let's take a look at it in action with some battles. You draw, but I guess if you've got such a bad hand, it might work well with Chatot. One time you're asking for Exeggutor. Yeah, our RNG today has been absolutely abysmal. Two X speeds like in your opening hand, like in the last like three duels is crazy. But it is what it is. Still getting the XP. There's literally 1 in my deck, and I'm still finding it. I'm still finding it every single game without fail. There's 1 in my deck. Maybe I'll get rid of both because I don't think I'm using it at all. At least we have a Pokeball. Ugh. Show me the Mewtwo roll straight off the bat. Perfect. So he's got a Psychic from that as well. He's had a really, really good opening hand. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Start doing 20 damage to this thing, but you can knock out anything that comes in, really. I'll stay with Pidgey at the moment. If I can get Pidgeot out quick, I can knock it out because he's going to have a full bench, most likely. Most of my decks have gotten rid of both X speeds. I might have to. They're really, really, like, destroying. Like, there's 1 in my deck and I'm still drawing it. It's crazy. And am I really using it? Not really. There's no way he's got Gardevoir already. He's got Gardevoir, perfect. First turn. As quick as it can. Yeah. I don't know what I'd put in for the other X speed though. Maybe... I don't know. There's no way he gets Gardevoir out that quick. Literally as soon as possible. I mean, there is a chance, but... Really need Exeggutor, man. Can't find it. Of course there's the Chatot. I might actually play it now. We'll get rid of the Pidgeot, but I need Exeggutor, really. I'll get basically a free draw. There's no way I don't get Exeggutor now, surely. Okay. That's not too bad. You got Gardevoir as quick as possible as well. That's really unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. I never go against Mewtwo decks that don't get perfect draws. Yeah, but every time I use it, Alright, I might actually evolve this. Try and get Pidgeotto, and if I don't get it, I might just Mimic again. No, because I think I need the Erica. Let me retreat this, start trying to do some damage to this Mewtwo. Unless he has Giovanni, he can't one-shot me next turn. That's okay. I mean, it's not, but I'm not expecting to hit heads anyway, the way that today has gone. Does he have the Giovanni? That's the question. He probably does. He's got 5 cards. He probably has Giovanni. Potion. He doesn't have Giovanni, then I doubt it. Okay. There's the Pidgeotto, so at least that's something. Now my Pidgeot EX as well. I have the Pokeflute as well. I'm gonna Erica here, because that means that he has to use Psy Drive next turn. He has to use it. Let me start beefing up my Pidgeot. Doesn't really matter if I use Giovanni. I can't even use Giovanni anyway. Right, let's try and get aheads. Yeah, not surprising. Again, we're just going into these games automatically thinking we're going to get 0 heads, because that's literally been every single fight so far. And that's fine, because I can knock this out with a Pidgeot next turn. I don't even have to bring Pidgeot out yet, because unless he... Okay, now I have to Giovanni. Oh no, unless he... Well, he's going to have to Psy Drive me. He's going to Psy Drive me here. He has to, otherwise exeggutor doesn't die. And I can knock it out with Pidgeot. I can Pokeflute, knock it out with Pidgeot. I think. What's in his graveyard? Oh, I've not knocked anything out yet. Okay, he has another Mewtwo. Okay. Now I need to save the Giovanni. I have to save the Giovanni so I can knock it out with Pidgeot. Alright, it's gonna do this. Gonna do that. Gonna evolve this. I think we win. I think we win here. So I take this out. He brings in the Mewtwo. He can't hit me for 150. It won't knock me out anyway. And then I can Pokeflute Giovanni for 150 damage, and we win the game. So he'll hit me for 50 here. He can't hit me with 150 anyway. Or I could just Sabrina. I could just Sabrina, but we do win here. So he hits me with that. I Sabrina here. Gonna play this. Sabrina first, so he doesn't bring back the Mewtwo. Pokeflute. Ah, I was about to do the tactic as well, but that's a good dub, that is, because we didn't get the greatest starting hand. Mimic does work well, though. I think we only won that because of the chat art. Interesting. Right, we go again. Yeah, more wins than that. Well, I've only been doing it online. I've only been doing it on stream. I've not been playing in my own time, so... The only time I've been doing it is when I've been live. Alright, we go. Second. Do we start without an X speed? We do. That's not too bad. I mean, I should get an execute from this. Alright, Snivy. Unless he red cards me. Gyro, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Right, there's the Celebi. Right, we have another Pidgey. That's kind of perfect. Well, I mean, I could still get Chatot here, which wouldn't be ideal, but okay, perfect. Right. Pidgeotto and an Erica, that's perfect. Right, let me do some damage to this. Then I can bring in Exeggutor next turn. Start chipping away whilst I evolve my Pidgeot in the back. Right, potions a bit annoying. I mean, I still need a heads anyway to knock out the Snivy. Oh, that's actually the most perfect time to draw that. For once. Alright, we're gonna retreat you into you. Exeggutor. I evolved the wrong Pidgey to be fair, but it's okay. Well, it might not be, it actually might be really bad. Unless we get heads here. That's a massive throw. Knocking out the Snivy. That's a massive throw. I evolved the wrong Pidgey though, because I've got the wrong energy on it. You can do 100 to me this turn. I can Erica. So if he only does 50, I'll be on full health. And that means he can't knock me out the next turn. Unless he has Giovanni. Which would be nice. So I could really do with only one heads here. Would be great. If he gets 2... that's fine. I'm just going to let the Pidgey get knocked out. And I can retreat if he misses. Right, goes for the tails. 2 tails, okay. That's fine. That's very, very nice, actually. So I can retreat this. Ooh, another Pidgeotto is perfect. It's going to cost me an energy, but it is what it is. Got that as well. Exeggutor with the tails, that's fine. I've got quite lucky this game so far, so he can't knock me out this turn, which is nice. 2-0, you know. I know, man. It's 3 now. It's 3 now. Right, what did he play there? Professor Oak. Professor Oak. Right, execute. I don't mind him stockpiling on the bench because that just makes Pidgeot stronger. Right, he can't knock me out this turn. If he only hits 1, then that's... I mean, I guess he could hit all 4, but... that's perfect, because I can Erica that damage back. I can Erica that damage back. Giovanni is... Giovanni's actually fine. I could go for the Giovanni this turn and beat him if I land a heads. But I guess it doesn't matter. I win next turn anyway, right? Because he'll knock out my Exeggutor. I just come in with Pidgeot and win anyway. Yeah. So I could go for the game here. Try and get a dub here. And even if it doesn't, Pidgeot wins. Okay. I mean, that's okay. Pidgeot should still be able to come in and win. I mean, he still has to hit 3 to knock me out. He has to hit more than half to knock me out here. He has to hit 3 out of 5. Unless he retreats it, which he might do. Oh, that's really annoying. 90, that's still okay because of his bench. I can still knock it out. retreating. That's powering up Pidgeot, that's fine. I mean, I'm okay with this. I just need... because Pidgeot knocks out the Celebi. So I may as well Erica. Yeah, because he can't... My Pidgeot just knocks out the Celebi. As long as he's got that execute, which he... like, why... you can't get rid of it, so... Maybe you could include Leaf in this deck to easily retreat Exeggutor. He's still a 3 retreat cost though, isn't it? So it's still going to cost an energy. He's just powering up my Pidgeot now. I can hit him for 160, 140. Oh, that's even better, I think. Do I want to play that? Probably not. Because he's not going to bring Celebi in, is he? Okay. He's trying to keep that Celebi alive. I think he might be looking for an Erica. But that's still fine, because I still do 140. No, he's looking for the Erica, isn't he? I knock this out next turn. And I do have a free Sabrina on the bench as well. So I'll need to retreat this in the end anyway, maybe. Didn't really want to hit heads that turn. I'd rather hit the next turn. But... I mean, if he brings in Celebi, that's fine, because he'll knock me out, but I can then just take him out with Pidgeot. So I think we're fine. So he knocks out Exeggutor here. Even if he Sabrina's me, that's fine, because I can still get my Pidgeot in free. I mean, he's hitting 10 coins, 12 coins here. Yeah, Sabrina's fine. That's absolutely fine. He'll knock out my Pidgeot, but... he's hitting me with 12 coins. He has to hit 3 out of 12 to knock this out. I don't think we're going to get away from this. 1, 2, 3. He's got quite unlucky there, to be fair. He's hit just enough. He's hit just enough. Right, then I come in with my Pidgeot. And that should be game. Draw 2 cards. Because if I can get Pokeflute out, that guarantees it. No. It's definitely game though, right? 120. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. Another GG for this deck. Another little GG for this deck. Right, I'll go in second. Okay. You don't really want to see 2 Exeggutors in your first hand. Love one of those to be a few more eggs. He's got the flair. He got the flair. definitely got Mewtwo now. There's no way he draws 3 and doesn't get Mewtwo. You got Mew. Could draw execute here, which would be very, very nice. Chatot. Nice Professor's Research. Surely an execute, surely. Nope. I mean, we can start doing damage. We have another Professor's Research to try and get lucky next turn, but I don't really like having Pidgeot. Like, Pidgeot's supposed to come in and literally destroy everything at the end. I don't really like starting off with Pidgey. Okay, didn't get Mewtwo there. I can knock out this Rolls next turn with Giovanni. No, I can't. Oh, here it comes. The double Gardevoir. This early is not good. I can start knocking things out with this though. I think we just keep going this way. Alright, let's try and get an execute though. Pidgeot. It's not great. I can knock it out next turn with Pidgeot. He can hit me for 20 here. I mean, even if he genomes, it doesn't matter if he has a Gardevoir, which I assume he has in his hand. He has 2 Mews, jeez. There's the Gardevoir. He's been very lucky. He's not drawn a lot, but he's literally had 2 Rolls, 2 Curliers, a Gardevoir, and 2 Mews as well. Oh, he's doing that as well. At least he has no more cards, so I don't have to worry about him do. I mean, I can knock this out next turn. I can start knocking everything out next turn. I can do 140 to it. That's fine. It'll do 20 to me. That's absolutely fine. Really do it getting rid of the Pokeflute's nice, but I don't know how I've not drawn an execute yet. Right, let's knock out this. He can only do 20 to me every turn. So we should be okay. I mean, he can... Yeah, he can only do 20 to me. This should just be a dub. He's got Mewtwo, but that's still fine. He can retreat it. No, he conceded. Okay. I was going to say, no execute, but Pidgeot just came in quick. I mean, I got lucky with the Pidgeot there, but I just came in quick and absolutely whirlwinded him away.